This week brings some milestone moments after a lot of ups and downs on this season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Missed the show? Let's catch you up. Kimberly and Usman. As Usman prepares to go meet the young relative whom his mother wants him to marry, Kimberly realizes she needs to pull out all the stops to show him how much she loves him. She sets up a romantic scene of candles and photos in their hotel room and proposes on one knee with 2 different engagement rings, just in case one didn't fit, which it didn't. "If marrying you is what will make you happy in this life, I'm ready to marry you," Usman says. He never thought she would propose to him. That's not even something he sees in the movies. Kimberly has one condition: "I need you to really work your charm and make me the first wife, seriously." "Okay, let's try," he replies, but he later tells the cameras, if this doesn't work, Kimberly will just be the second wife. The next morning, Usman leaves to meet the potential second wife. "Don't have fun," Kimberly says on his way out. "Hope she's ugly." Kimberly FaceTimes with her son Jamal, who can't believe she's allowing Usman to meet this girl. "I don't even know how you feel comfortable with that, especially seeing how things worked out with my dad, to be honest," Jamal says. He warns her not to get married while she's on this trip. "I don't know," Kim answers. Libby and Andre are taking their fathers on a vacation to the Grand Canyon, something Andre's dreamt of doing his whole life, in order to tell them that they're expecting their second baby. The couple fights about how to make the bilingual signs so that both dads will learn the news at the same time. When they actually get there and make the reveal, though, Libby's dad is filming on his phone and it takes him a while to process the news. Instead of then telling the rest of Libby's family, she decides to make an announcement on social media, which her dad fears may make it even harder for her to reconcile with her sisters. "I hope this isn't the last straw with your sisters," he says. "I hope you clear it up and they can be there for you." In a later interview, Libby says, "I hope that they can see how much that I've been hurt by them." Big Ed and Liz. Big Ed notes in an interview that he and Liz have done serious work on their relationship, including going to therapy, and they're trying to get their spark back. "Liz is a beautiful, strong, independent woman," he says. "I've never felt like this for anybody." They take turns rubbing each other down on a new massage table that he bought. She enjoys waxing the hair off his back, causing pain, and he very much does not. "When things are good between Ed and I, they're amazing," Liz says in her own sit-down. "These are moments where I realize how much I cherish him." After they shower, he brushes her hair and asks her if she'd like to go to his Arkansas hometown and have his sister throw them a do-over engagement party that's filled with love and drama-free. Liz is nervous that it'll be everyone against her at the party, but he tries to assure her that this time will be different. "You're going to feel love," he tells her. "You'll have a great time, it'll be fun." Jovi and Yara. Yara's mom wants her to get a 3-bedroom apartment in Prague so she can live there, and friends and family escaping Ukraine have a place to stay, but the place they check out is the size of a studio and costs the equivalent of $164,000. Jovi is pissed because he thinks Yara and her mom have been planning all of this behind his back, and he insists that their life is in America. Back at the hotel, Jovi sulks off to the bar for a few hours and is still mad when he returns to the room. Jovi always brushed off his mom's worries that Yara would stay in Europe, but after FaceTiming her, he's now starting to see where she's coming from and he doesn't like it. Yara later reveals more of her perspective of why she wants to buy her own place in Prague when she tells Jovi that she's scared that he would take everything from her if they ever split, because that's what her father did to her mother. Yara feels that Jovi manipulates her and makes her feel like she would be left with nothing if they broke up. That would have never come up if she didn't meet up with her mom, he tells the cameras. "If Yara has a problem with our marriage, she should talk to me about it instead." Bilal and Sheeta. Sheeta hasn't gotten her work permit yet, but she misses teaching yoga, so she hosts free Zoom classes for her old students back home in Trinidad. Bilal joins her class and immediately pranks it by secretly playing a long and loud fart noise on his phone. "Nobody wants to be known as the yoga instructor with the farting husband," she says after class, clearly unimpressed. 10 days later, Sheeta receives her work permit and asks Bilal if they can start looking at potential spaces for her yoga studio. Bilal warns her that there are many steps to tackle before getting a building, such as opening a bank account and building credit. Sheeta thinks all of that will fall into place once they take this first step of scouting places. Bilal is a real estate agent himself and sets Sheeta up with 2 colleagues to show her a space. He decided this would distract her from all the baby talk, but I want to make it clear that there is absolutely no lease being signed today. Agent Stacy and Nini show Sheeta a former bar that looks promising. Sheeta shares that Bilal is in no rush to have a kid or open a yoga studio. They tell her to show him that she's a strong woman who can balance all of these goals. I want to get pregnant now. I want to be a businesswoman. I can juggle both. Tomorrow's not promised. I don't know what's going to happen 2 years from now, she says. Angela and Michael. Angela can't get a flight out of Nigeria for 2 days, but she is exhausted by Michael and really wants to go home. I just want to relax, she says to the producers. I've been through so much because of Michael, I don't even want to look at him. He's a liar and scammer to me. Her friend Renee has been trying to mediate, but she just learned that Michael lied to Angela about taking down his Instagram so that he could have sex with her, and she is disappointed in him. Do you see why I get mad? She yells. Angela found out that there is a woman who Michael calls his person and she has screenshots to prove it. Michael says that calling someone his person is just slang in Nigeria. Michael denies that he's an opportunist and says he loves Angela. But she's had enough, and is about to leave. There's no resolving this. I got closure for me. As painful as it is, I know where I stand. I'm divorcing you. Next time. During a romantic trip to New York City, Bilal and Sheeta have dinner with Sheeta's friend, who tells Bilal that he's being mean and rude. I'm really worried that maybe Sheeta is overlooking some personality that might be a problem in the future, the friend tells the cameras. Libby wants to make up with her family in the next 6 months, before she delivers her second baby, but Andre's not having it. I kinda don't care about these people, he says. Jenny's daughter Tina and her wife come to visit, and Sumit's in the hot seat. I just want to watch and make sure that Sumit's intentions are actually good, Tina says. Osman meets up with his potential second wife, and he likes what he sees. I wanted to leave as soon as I arrived, he tells her, but seeing you're pretty, I got excited. I need to get your phone number. Jovi and Yara have drinks with his friend with whom he first went to Ukraine, and they talk about their past exploits with girls. We both have a previous life, okay? Jovi says to his annoyed wife. Angela looks through Michael's phone, finds the name Angel, and calls the number. I'm just wondering why your number's in my husband's phone, Angela demands.